Hello and welcome to English coaching class. I'm your English teacher, Shayyid Ashikur Rahman. Students, some secrets, some secrets need to be maintained. Some secrets need to be maintained and some secrets need to be shared. With this attitude of keeping and sharing, that makes us different. Okay, this is a suitable line to begin with our protagonist, what the chapter we were discussing. Students, don't forget the chapter, the character, what we were discussing. It's a mysterious secret, a different kind of thoughts, different kind of attitude. Yes, the chapter, none of the chapter, that is Ivan tries an O level. Okay, students, Ivan tries an O level where he has some secrets. We will be able to know the secrets. Okay, how he's planning, how he's moving, what he is doing, and how he is getting success. Okay, how the rules of friendship works, how the system of connection with people works. Okay, so we'll be knowing that. Okay, he's not doing some extraordinary thing, he's doing the simple things but in a different way. Okay, the way is different, but he's getting success of each time leaving the jail, coming out of the jail, he's working on it. Okay, so let's start the chapter what we have done in our last class. From there we'll begin, students. But before beginning that, I will just give you the system, the tradition, what we are following, students. Yet those who are the new users watching my videos coming up, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, and do press the like button, and that will make you or help you to understand my videos. That will reflect that you are showing interest towards my videos. Okay, and don't forget to press bell icon button. This is the ritual what usually I start beginning and sharing, asking you. So today the class is on Ivan tries an O level. Students, I hope you got it. We were doing the line wise expression, 2 parts we have done it. Today we'll be doing 3 onwards. Okay, 3, then 4, then it's a lengthy chapter. It may be more, only about 7 to 8 parts. Okay, let's begin. Yeah, just wait and watch how this man is. Okay, so yeah, students, in our last class, when the chapter starts, we have discussed the protagonist. The protagonist, we can say he is a hero, but exactly the protagonist, or he's not that kind of heroic character, but he's playing a different role here. Ivan tries an O level. He's a prisoner. Okay, hero are we never see he's a prisoner, but here the tragedy, secrets, mission, planning, something different. Okay, in the beginning we see that he's in a jail, and in a year where in Oxford prison, where the Oxford prisoner governor taking the favor of James Roderick Ivan, and he's asking, or he's requesting the secretary of examination board for his examination on the topic O level. O level, it's a German beginning basic language course where he's interested, or he is doing like a tuition. Okay, one connection with teacher and a student, and due to which what he is able to do it, he is able to build a relationship with the teacher. He is able to build a relationship with the teacher. So with that, the giving information, and the secretary asked him to the governor, how is he? He's not a violent, he's a quite pleasant chap, but bit kleptomanic. Okay, and describing about the feature of Ivan, he is giving the permission to conduct exam in his cell. Okay, and next we are able to meet to the two people. Who are the two people? That is the prison officer. Two prison officer. Who are they? That they are they're Stephen and another one, students, another one. Here is another one, Stephen, and who is that? Yes, I hope you remember it, students. Here another one is Jackson. Stephen and Jackson. Who is a senior one? Here, who is a senior one? Jackson stood side of the officer Stephen. Okay, so Stephen is a burly Shirley, means young one is a Stephen, and Jackson is a senior officer. 2-1. Okay, so where they have interaction, and Jackson often have a warm enemies. He is his warm enemies, and he's giving him, making him aware. Just quickly shave, get it ready for the examination process. Get it ready for the examination process. Okay, so this is what the situation with them. And right now, when the Ivan is, see, when we have a lucky champ, we have a lucky good, lucky factor. Okay, luck factor. What is it here? That Ivan is having a luck factor. What they believe? That the hat he was wearing a hat, and he is thinking that it's a playing of what lucky champ we'll be doing in the other continuity of the chapter. Okay, so next, what happens? We are able to see in his cell, Stephen remains, and they ask him to take out all the stuffs and keep it ready for what? Examination process. So the Stephen is doing, he's observing him, taking out the nail Caesar and trying to leave the room as soon as possible. So you have got half an hour to smarten yourself, Ivan, and take that bloody hat off. So half an hour instruction Jackson is giving, and you just take it off your hat. So with that process, he's waiting, and finally we're able to see that who is the invigilator coming at 8:45 a.m. Okay, so 8:30 a.m. What happens? The beginning, these two people enters. These two people refer to that. Who is these two people? Now Jackson and Stephen. Okay, the prison officer, to senior and younger. 8:45, Reverend Stuart McLeary start walking from his street towards the Carfax and towards which place he starts coming to the jail, Oxford prison, where Ivan is ready. Okay, so next day means yesterday, means today is 8, yesterday was 7th. 8:30, who is leaving the giving best of luck? The German teacher, wishing him best of luck. Okay, now what we are able to see, students, now what is happening? Now what is happening here? 2-hour examination was scheduled at 9:15. So examination will start at 9:15, and it is 8:45 when the invigilator is arriving. Okay, so he is ready with everything, smartened up with the razor, made himself ready and ready for the examination process. Okay, so minister, the chap coming to sit in, I mean here the Jackson is there. How did you know? Asked Jackson quietly. Well, I would have to sign forms. So here that they are discussing, how did you get to know about signing the forms and all? So he's informing, I have to sign for the examination. So this is the process. So he's asking, the discussion moves on with Jackson and Ivan. Okay, so even Ivan drew the razor carefully down the cheek, and he's doing the shaving process. Okay, so making the what we can foam and doing the shaving. Can I ask you something, Mr. Jackson? What did they have to bug me in the cell? So he's asking why they have kept me inside the cell. He nodded his head vaguely in the to point above the door. Not a very neat job, considered Jackson. They don't honestly think I'm going to try it. They're taking no chance. Okay, so they are not taking, they are means refers to the prison, the owners or the higher authorities. They're not going to take any chance with you, Ivan. Nobody in the sense would take any chance with you. So nobody is there, nobody dares to take any chance with you. Who is going to listen in? Who is going to listen in to you? So we'll pay attention. What we'll have, we'll look the activities happening in. I'll tell you who is going to listen in, laddie. It's governor himself. So governor will keep the eye on you. So he don't trust you a bloody inch. He's not having any trust on you. So nor do I. I'll be watching you like a hawk. Even so, keep your nose clear. Okay, so don't play trick. Be active. Be focused. He looked towards the door. Ivan nodded. Okay, he had already thought of a number. 2 handkerchief was lying ready on the bunk. So he has thought of its plans, and number 2 handkerchief. One is there, and number near the bunk. A neatly folded square of white linen was there, and just one more thing, Einstein. So we are able to see he's wishing good luck and going out. Okay, so now we are able to see McLeary is entering, and for his entering process, Stephen is arranging all is sitting inside the chamber or the cell of Ivan's. Okay, so everything is arranged, and Ivan facing the door sat quietly father of the two tables. The whole attention reverted to a textbook of elementary German grammar, and Stephen took the key from the ring, and the cell lock sprang back with a threaded metallic twine. So now he locked the door. So everything's ready. So we'll start from the page number 76, students. Okay. Yeah. So students, see it, the timing change. Entry of Reverend Stuart McCleary, 8:45, and it's now 9:10 when governor switched on the receiver. And exam was supposed to begin at 9:15. He had instructed Jackson to tell Evans of the temporary little precautions. That was only fair. Okay, so what are the fair process? As if Ivan won't spot it. Okay, so as if Ivan won't mark it, and definitely you should instruct before the instructions. Even when students, when you write the exam, teacher gave you the instruction, what you should do, what you should not. Similarly, the instruction is coming. But wasn't it all a bit theoretical? Means as it happened in theoretical, means a theater, it was not practical what was happening. Schoolboys almost. How on earth even going to try anything on today? This is the big question, students. This is the big question. How on earth Ivan going to try today? This is the big question, and that is really Ivan going to escape from the jail today? If he was anxious to make another break, why in heaven's name had not he tried it from the recreational block? If he is really going to get out from the jail, why he has not tried it from the recreational block, where movement is going on, crowd is there, it is easily to play tricks in front of the heavy crowd. But being with a tight security, it is quite difficult. But the person who is really tricky, who no play tricks, he will do it whenever there is a tight security. Okay, just you remember, students, when I was talking about in the introduction class about Doom movie. Okay, how in the movie with the full tight security, whenever the robbers comes and the robber go off. Similarly, this is the same plan, same action by this Ivan. If he was anxious to make another break, why in heaven's name had not he tried from the recreational block? Why he has not tried it from recreational block? Much easier, it was easier, but he has not planned it. And he was now sitting in a locked cell. And all the prison officers on alert, and all the prison officers, they are on alert. Two more locked doors, one by one chamber is coming, locked doors. Okay, between the cell and the yard. And a yard with a wall as high as a haystack, means a yard, again there's a wall, and as a high stack means a big wall, and it is not easy to jump and go. Yes, Ivan was as safe as house. He's safe in the house. Similar way, he's safe inside the jail. Anyway, it would not be any trouble at all to have receiver turned on for the next couple of hours or so. So it's not harm, there's no harm for the couple of hours, and so receiver will be on. Whatever is talking, whatever whisper is going, and whatever is happening, it can be heard, it can be recorded, it can listen by the governor. He is keeping his observation, his active is observing the happening inside the cell. It wasn't as if there was going to be anything to listen to, or wasn't it? Amongst the other things, an invigilator's duty was to ensure that the strictest silence was observed. Invigilator's duty to observe strict silence. As you know, students, when you write the examination, wherever the invigilator is, so his duty is to mark you are silently writing the exam or not. You are not, whether you are maintaining the silence or not. You are focusing on the part of writing or not. You are not disturbing others. Similar, only one students. So this activities decrease because the one-on-one contact will be there. But still, that's still nagging doubt. Might even try to take advantage of McCleary. If you take the advantage of McCleary using knife keeping the teacher's neck, and he'll make a process to escape, get him smuggled in a chisel or rope ladder. He may hang him, or he may make trouble to a teacher or the invigilator. So this was another concern, another question mark. What steps he can take? What plan is going on for Ivan? So this is the next question. Governor sat up sharply. It was very well getting rid of potential weapon that Ivan could have used. But what about McLary? So we have checked, we have done all the measures, what sharp thing, whatever instruments he is having. But perhaps we have checked everyone's. But right now, what about the teacher or the invigilator who is going to come? Who is inside or sitting inside the Ivan? If he is carrying something, okay. So Ivan could have used what about McLary? What if, quite unwittingly, the innocent McLary had bought in something himself? A jackknife. Okay, jackknife refers to cut papers. Perhaps what if Ivan held him hostage, such as weapon, using those weapon, he will keep it and he will make the way to go out. Governor reached over the phone. It was 9:12 a.m. Students, remember, the exam is going to begin at 9:15. Okay, and it is already 9:12. The examiner and the invigilator had already been introduced by the Stephen when Jackson came back and shouted to McLary through the cell door. Okay, they have started meeting process started. Already been introduced by Stephen when Jackson came back and shouted to McLary through the cell door. Can you come outside a minute? Sir, you too, Stephen. Okay, you too, Stephen. Okay, they both are caught to that invigilator and Stephen, means both of them are inside the cell. Stephen is inside the cell, McLary is inside the cell, and in whose cell it is? It's Ivan's cell, and they both are inside the cell. The call is, and they must come out. They refers to Stephen and the McLary, Reverend Stuart McLary. Okay, they both will come out. Got my point, students? Clear it? Jackson quickly explained the governor's worries. So Jackson is the senior prison officer. He explained the what? Governor's worries. And McLary patiently held out his arm at shoulder level. Okay, come on, you can check me. Okay, so who has raised the hand? Yes, Mr. What? Reverend McLary. Jackson lightly frisked his clothes. Okay, he start checking process. Frisking when you go students writing for the board examination. Class 10, you have already written. Class 12, the frisking, the teacher will be there checking you. Okay, or some of the guard or someone will be having, they'll look to you, they'll start checking. Something had here, sir, my reading glass. Something is there. What is that? A reading glass. Okay. And replied McLary, looking down at the spectacle case, looking to the spectacle case. Jackson quickly reassured him and bending down on the landing, thumb flicked the catches on the suitcase and looking down, what is that? Suitcase. And he picked up each envelope in turn, carefully passed its palms along with the surface, the suitcase, and seemed satisfied. He was satisfied. He riffled curiously through a few pages of Holy Reads. Start checking with the suppose students, there's some book. Okay, what happened? He started checking with the book. Okay, so just every pages. Okay, when you start checking the pages, similarly he started checking. Okay, into the pages of the book. Vaguely shook the church time. Suddenly, with a different way, it started searching. Okay, and church time. All right, so far, but one of the objects in McLean's suitcase was puzzling him surely. Bitterly, something is puzzling, something is hurting, something is pinching him. What is that? Do you mind telling me why you have bought this, sir? Okay, small thing that is hurting him. He held up a smallish, semi-inflated rubber ring. Smallish, semi-inflated means little bit. You have just blued and just swollen up balloon, we can say. Rubber ring. Okay, such as young child with a waist of about 12-inch might have struggled into. Okay, something a small 12-inch waist might have wear that rubber ring. Okay, you think of going for swimming, sir? As if wearing this, you are going for swimming, sir? They inquired. McLeary hitherto amicable demeanor was slightly ruffled by this tasteless little pleasantry. Students try to understand these lines, and he answered Jackson somewhat sharply. McLeary hitherto amicable. Okay, hereby amiable demeanor. Okay, with a amiable demeanor was slightly ruffled by this taste plus little pleasantry. As they asked the question, it was little bit disturbed by Miss McLean, got a little bit disturbed, and he answered Jackson somewhat sharply, in a bitter way, in a very rough manner, we can say, but not exactly very rough. If you must know, I suffer from hemorrhoids. Okay, biology students observing the class, if I hope you can understand hemorrhoids. What is hemorrhoids? Okay, in a simple way for the understanding of others, I can say he is suffering from piles. Okay, he's suffering from piles. And when I'm sitting down for long length or time, for any length or time, it's for long time, someone is sitting, he's facing problem, he's not enjoying the position of sitting. So he's using the inflated balloon or rubber ring to wear or to sit comfortably for the longer time. Getting my point, students? So the answer is here, what is the reason why he had bought it? Okay, and I hope you remember the use of rubber ring, why, or the answer he's sharing. Okay, so the answer, the Jackson replies, very sorry, sir, I did not mean to. Okay, okay, here the embarrassment was still rendering Jackson checks when he found the paper knife at the bottom of the cake. So he was feeling very offended or very shame how he means he's the patient and how he's behaving. So when he saw paper knife, I think I would better keep this. So he asked that, I'll keep this better. If you don't mind, that is, sir, if you don't mind. Okay, it was 9:18 a.m. Students' exam was supposed to begin at 9:15, and it's the time is 9:18 a.m. Before the governor heard their voice again, and it was clear that examination was going to be more than a little late in getting underway. So now, it is going to be little late. McLeary, you have got a watch? Evans, yes, sir. I'll be telling you when to start and again when you have 5 minutes left. All right, means exactly before 5 minutes, I'll let you know. Silence. Teacher is speaking, he remains silent. Then students are answering, he remains silent. So McLeary, there's a plenty more. Oh, there's a plenty more time. Okay, this writing paper, should you need it? If you need any writing paper, silence. Now the write the name of the paper. Students, you remember the numbers given here. Numbers will be helpful to understand some clue if the number is. Okay. Now write the name of the paper. Okay. Then 021-1 in the top left corner. Write 021-1. Silence. In the top right hand corner, write your index number 313, index number. And in the box just below that, write your center number 271. Or right means exactly that they are in the right position. Okay, so these are the numbers what he's sharing. 13 and 313, then 271. These are the numbers he's sharing. And then silence. It's 9:20 a.m. I'm going to McLeary. I'm going to. Even yes, yes is not going to stay. Is he? Okay. So the is he is not going to stay, or here is he? Here refers to he is going to stay. He is going to stay. He is going to stay, students. Referring, he refers to whom? Here the Ivan is raising a question. Okay, Ivan is raising question. He is not going to stay here. Is he? So students, I told you 2 people are inside the prison. 2 means leaving Ivan. Who are those? The Stephen and McLean. So see, he cannot address, he cannot speak directly to the someone when there's some problem. So what happens, students? You indirectly speak, Similarly is happening. Mackley, I don't know about that. Mackley is saying, I don't know about it, that whether this man is going to stay or is going to go. Stephen, Mr. Jackson given me the strict instruction. Stephen listening it, he understood the conversation is going to, it's the discussion is about him only. So that he got the instruction from Jackson that he must stay inside the cell. Even how I am supposed to concentrate on my examination with someone breathing down my neck, someone standing on above me, and observe what happens, students, in the examination when you sit and write and someone is above your head and looking to you what you're writing, and definitely you get disturbed. He's saying, Christ, sorry sir, I did not mean. Okay, he's just agitating, he's not sufficient, means he's not getting easy, he's not perfect with the situation. So he wants some changes. Okay. The governor reached for the phone. Jackson, good. Get Stephens out of the cell. So now the question is coming. The phone and the receiver who is listening through the receiver. Governor is saying, again sending Jackson, good. Get Stephen out of the cell. And will you? I think we are perhaps overdoing the things. We are making more restrictions. Teacher is already present. Why one will be inside the cell? As you wish, Governor heard the exchanges in the cell, heard door clang once more, and heard McClary announce that the examination had begun at last. Okay, had begun at last means the examination has started. It was 9:25 p.m. Sorry, 9:25 a.m. and there was a great calm, silent peace. Okay, so at what time examination started? 9:25 a.m. when the governor is looking to the watch, and time is 9:25 a.m. But the examination was supposed to start at, students, yes, it was supposed to start at, yes, students, I hope you are listening to me. Just write it down. What was the timing the examination will start? Let me think how active, how patiently you're listening to me. Write it down in the chat box. Let me see. Students, quick replies needed from you. How many of you are active listening to me? Quick. At what time the examination was supposed to begin? Yes, students, let me see how many of you are active and listening here. Quickly write it down in the chat box. Yeah, quick. Don't delay it. Yeah, Arpan, correct. It's 9:45? No, not 9:45. It was supposed to begin at what time? Yes, quick. It's 9:45 you're speaking? No, it's the answer is then wrong. Okay, yes, any answer? What was the time it was supposed to begin? It was supposed to begin. Okay, so what is the actual time? Students, it's 9:15. Students, it's 9:15. 8:45, Reverend McClary entered. Okay, started moving from his house. Okay, and 8:30, that two people came to the prison. That are the two, that is the Stephen and Jackson, and the exam was supposed to begin at 9:15. And it is what the time? It's 9:25. Now the exam is beginning. At 9:40 a.m., the examination board rang through, and the assistant secretary with special responsibility for modern languages asked to speak to the governor. So now, who gave the call? See, you remember, students, one fact of examination. When you're writing school examination in your school, and any teacher who has prepared the question, if there's some error in the question, he or she is coming and changing the question, saying this is wrong, make it correct, there's a printing error. This is the practical when the school or the teacher have prepared the question. Okay, so there is some error, but when board is sending the question, if there is any error, no teacher is going to come and correct your question. You remember this is the fact what happens 99.9%. Okay, 0.1% I am leaving it, but 99.9% this is exactly happening. No calls, nothing. If there is error, you have to write like that. Whatever you know, you get grace mark or some other benefits to the students. But here what is happening? The examination board rang through the assistant secretary, and with special responsibility for modern language asks to speak to the governor. Related to the modern language, here the language is German, what the boy is learning. The examination had already started, no doubt, a quarter of an hour ago. A quarter of an hour ago means 45 minutes had already completed. Okay, a quarter has been completed, not 15 minutes, quarter. Okay, so yes, well, as per them, quarter has already completed, but here the fact is what they have just what means it's 9:45. They are 13, and they thought the exam has begin or started at 9 o'clock. So it's 45 minutes have been completed. Okay, what exam was supposed to begin at 9:15, and they have started at 9:25. Yes, well, there was a correction sleep which some fool had forgotten to place in the examination package. So whenever any correction slip, no correction slip even comes inside the package. So very brief, could the governor please, it's a very brief, please governor, if you like to pass this message. Yes, of course, I will. Straight through to the Mr. Jackson in D wing. So he's directly passing this information where? The D wing. Okay, hold the line a minute. Just hold the line. And the call is connected where? The D wing, where Ivan is sitting with whom? With the teacher writing the examination. Okay, teacher is with the teacher writing the examination. Students, just see. Yes, of course, I'll put straight through the Jackson in the D wing. Hold the line a minute. Hold the line a minute. Was this the sort of thing the governor had feared? Just mark it down. Just mark it down, students. Yeah, the question is coming again. The writer is writing here, the author is writing here. Was this sort of thing that governor had feared? This was the fear in the mind of governor. Was the phone call a fake? Some signal? Some secret message? But he could not check on that immediately. Okay, when there is a call process is going on, he was not able to check. He's confused. Was that a phone call, a fake call? Or what kind of call was that? Was there some signal or some information for this boy? Ivan, some secret message. What kind of call is this? But he could not check on that immediately. Dialed the number of examination board, but he heard only the staccato beep of a line engaged. When you call in the BSNL number, you get a beep. Landline number beep. That's staccato beep. When the line is engaged. But then the line was engaged. Yeah, but then the line was engaged, wasn't it? The Ivan was having conversation, and governor has connected the line to the secretary to the Ivan. Yes, not very intelligent that. Okay, it's not very intelligent. 2 minutes later, he heard some whispered communication in the cell, and that of McLady brought Scott's voice. He heard some voice of the McLady. Okay, I hope students, till here it's clear to you. Till here it is clear to you. I have just explained till here. Okay, till here with the Scott's broad Scott's voice. I need a quick response from the students. I hope everyone have understood whatever I've explained till now. Quick response I need from the students. Whatever is doubt from your part in the explanation, whatever I've explained, if there is any doubt, quickly write it in the chat box. I'll help you out to explain. Okay, very good. No, sir. Means you understood. Yes, sir. It means you understood whatever I've explained. Thank you, students. Yes, students. If you have any doubt further, just I'll be keeping it. You go through the line, try to understand, and just join me in the next class, students. Just join me in the next class, and I will continue from here. Some suspense again. What secrets? Okay, staccato beep, call is coming. There's engagement, line engage, 2-minute communication, whispered communication is there. Okay, so with this, next class will begin with breaking of this suspense of what is happening and what is going to happen. Students, just wait and watch next class. And before taking sign out, request you don't forget to subscribe my channel and do press the like button. Okay, thank you and bye-bye.